In the middle of a vast and forgotten forest, where ancient trees whispered old secrets and rivers hummed lullabies, stood a humble cottage made of mud, leaves, and stone. There lived Grandmother Meera, a wise, silver-haired woman with kind eyes and strong hands, and her 15-year-old granddaughter, Meru, a curious, cheerful girl with glowing brown eyes and wild, curly hair tied with forest flowers. Each morning, Meru would wander barefoot beneath the trees, collecting fallen wood for the fire. She loved the cool earth under her feet and the gentle creaking of branches overhead. One day, after finishing the chores at home, Meru set out into the forest to gather more firewood. The weather was magical, the sky was dappled with soft clouds, and wildflowers bloomed along the mossy path. Butterflies danced in the air like colorful confetti, and birds chirped sweet melodies from above. Overwhelmed by the beauty, Meru twirled with joy and began to sing, her voice echoing gently through the trees.
Oh, sun above the treetops high, let your golden whispers fly through the leaves and dancing rain. Heal the world of every pain. Oh, flowers wild bloom and grow. Tell the rivers where to flow. Winds that hum and skies that gleam. Carry forth my forest dream. Nature's blueprints flown to life underneath this summer sky. Nature sings and so do I, underneath this endless sky.
As she danced and sang, a young deer peeked out from behind a tree, its ears twitching curiously. A white rabbit hopped out from the bushes and sat still, watching her. Even the little squirrel from the tamarind tree scampered down to listen. Meru laughed joyfully. A forest concert today. You like my song? The deer blinked slowly, as if in agreement. The rabbit twitched its nose. The squirrel chattered happily. From afar, Grandma Meera called out, Mehru, come quick, the sky's turning. We need to fix the roof before the rain visits. Meru scooped up the wood sheet collected and dashed back, the animal scattering gently behind her. I know, Grandma. I saw the clouds too. I've already spotted which corners are leaking. My smart girl, Meera said, smiling. If only we could done enough to move to the village, but ever since that noisy market opened, no one buys our forest goods anymore. Then let's fix our cottage and enjoy the rain like always, Meru replied brightly. This forest is our real home. It had been 10 years since Meru's parents went missing in the city. Since that painful day, Grandma Meera had left her tribal village behind and made this quiet patch of forest their home. One afternoon, as they gathered twigs, Meru stopped suddenly. Grandma, look! Under the berry tree. On the lowest branch rested a tiny nest, belly held together by twigs and leaves. So low? Meera frowned. That's not safe from predators. Should I check it? Meru asked, stepping forward. Careful now. If there are babies, they'll be scared. Meru knelt and peeked. Two baby birds, she whispered. They're sleeping, so tiny and warm. Come away, love. Their mother will be back soon. The two stepped away silently, hearts warmed by the sight of the nest of life. That evening, the wind howled. Dark clouds gathered, and the first drops of rain began to fall. Grandma Meera and Meru hurried back, their backs laden with wood. Let's patch the roof before it's too late. Meru called out. Yes, and put the herbs inside. Meera added. By nightfall, the storm had fully arrived. The lightning lit up the sky, and the rain pounded the earth. Meru sat by the window, holding her steel cup of warm lentils, watching water streak down the glass. Grandma, do you think the baby birds are okay? Their mother will protect them, Meera said softly, as mothers always do. But out in the storm, the golden bird Soneri struggled to keep her wings around her children, Chintu and Mintu. Her feathers were soaked, the wind too strong, the nest sagging under rain. Soneri tried to lift one of the babies to safety. But the wind screamed, and the chick slipped. Again she tried, but her wings failed. She gasped, collapsed, and tumbled into the mud near the path. Help, she whispered, her eyes dimming. Someone, please help. Knock. Knock. Meru sat up. Grandma! Did you hear that? Another knock, faint, wet, weak. They opened the wooden door and gasped. Lying outside was a golden bird, soaked and shivering, whispering actual words. My babies, help them, they're still in the nest. She's speaking. Meru whispered. We must help her, Grandma Meera said. Bring her inside. Wrapped in cloth and placed near the fire, the golden bird opened her eyes again. My name is Soneri. My nest is broken. My babies, Chintu and Mintu, they'll freeze. You rest, Meera said firmly. We will bring them to you. With a basket and lantern, Meru and Meera pushed through the storm. The rain lashed their faces, wind howled like wolves. At the nest, a large leaf had fallen over it like a poor shelter. Inside, two trembling chicks chirped weakly. Help me lift it, Grandma. Together, they carefully placed the soggy nest inside the basket and returned, soaked but relieved. Inside the cottage, Meru gently dried the babies with warm cloth. Yeah, little ones. You're safe now. Soneri cried softly. You saved them. I have no words. You have love. That's enough, Meera said. As the rain softened, Soneri spoke again. I came from Sona Dunia, the land of talking birds. I am a lumen bird, guardian of the skies. Meru's eyes widened. So you're magical? Soneri nodded. But tonight I didn't use magic. I used my wings, my voice, my hope. That's real magic, Meru said. And your babies are safe because of it. Soneri smiled. But now they need a new home. Don't worry, Meru winked. I'm a nest maker now. Using soft vines, cloth, and thread, Meru stitched a waterproof nest. Chintu and Mintu jumped inside, chirping with joy. Your hands are blessed, Soneri whispered. Weeks passed. Chintu and Mintu grew strong. The forest shone under the summer sun. One morning, Soneri said, Meera, Meru, it's time. I must take my children home. No, Meru cried. Stay longer. I must. But I have something for you both. She stepped back and transformed into a magnificent bird of light, her wings glowing like sunrise, her feathers like silk fire. Soneri flapped her wings, and the old cottage turned into a beautiful forest home, strong and warm, with space for all their herbs and dreams. A gift. For kindness. For courage. Tears ran down Mehru's cheeks. Will we ever see you again? You have my promise. I will return. And I invite you both to Sona Dunya, where skies sing and hearts never grow old. With one final nod, Soneri and her children rose into the air and flew toward the sun, their golden feathers glowing until they vanished behind the clouds. Theme and moral. Even the smallest act of kindness can unlock the greatest magic. Love, courage, and care for nature are more powerful than any spell. If you learned something from my story, please like and subscribe to my channel.